Welcome to our video on the intriguing connection between obesity and prediabetes. In this production, we'll delve deep into the intersection of these two complex metabolic conditions, exploring the genetic, environmental, behavioral, and metabolic factors that make them so intimately linked. Obesity and prediabetes represent significant challenges to public health worldwide, affecting millions of people and contributing to the rising rates of chronic diseases such as type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular diseases. By better understanding this intricate relationship, we hope to provide valuable insights that can guide effective prevention and treatment strategies, promoting better health and quality of life for individuals at risk. Get ready for a fascinating journey through the complexities of obesity and prediabetes, and discover how small changes can have a big impact on promoting metabolic well-being. Genetic factors. Genetic predisposition plays a fundamental role in determining the risk of obesity and prediabetes in individuals. Family and twin studies have consistently demonstrated a strong genetic influence on susceptibility to these metabolic conditions. Specific genetic variants have been associated with a higher risk of obesity and insulin resistance, consequently increasing the risk of developing prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. An example of a gene related to obesity is the FTO, fat mass and obesity-associated gene, which has been widely studied in obesity research. Specific variants of this gene are associated with higher BMI and increased risk of obesity. Other genes, such as those encoding proteins involved in appetite regulation, e.g., leptin and ghrelin, and lipid and carbohydrate metabolism, also play an important role in genetic predisposition to obesity and prediabetes. Furthermore, genome-wide association studies have identified several genetic loci associated with obesity and prediabetes, providing additional insights into the molecular mechanisms underlying these conditions. However, it is important to note that genetics is not the sole determinant of obesity and prediabetes development. The interaction between genetic and environmental factors plays a crucial role in the phenotypic expression of these metabolic conditions. Environmental factors. The environment in which a person lives plays a significant role in determining the risk of obesity and prediabetes. Environmental factors, such as access to food and social resources, influence individuals' dietary patterns, levels of physical activity, and body weight. Communities with limited access to healthy foods, such as fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins, and higher availability of processed foods rich in added sugars, saturated fats, and empty calories, are more likely to have high rates of obesity and prediabetes. Additionally, aggressive marketing of unhealthy foods, especially targeted at children and adolescents, contributes to excessive consumption of low-nutrient foods. Advertising campaigns promoting highly processed foods, sugary drinks, and fast food can negatively influence food choices and consumption habits, increasing the risk of obesity and prediabetes in individuals exposed to these messages. The physical environment also plays an important role in determining physical activity and energy expenditure. Communities with limited access to green spaces, parks, sports facilities, and active transportation, such as bike lanes and safe sidewalks, may have fewer opportunities for regular physical exercise. Conversely, urban environments designed to promote physical activity, such as well-lit sidewalks, public recreation spaces, and accessible public transportation, can facilitate the adoption of active and healthy lifestyles. Behavior and lifestyle. Lifestyle choices play a crucial role in the development of obesity and prediabetes. Diet plays a fundamental role in regulating body weight and glucose metabolism. A diet high in calories, added sugars, saturated fats, and low in fiber, vitamins, and essential minerals can contribute to excessive weight gain and insulin resistance. Excessive consumption of processed foods, fast food, sodas, and sweets can lead to empty calorie intake, providing few essential nutrients for health. On the other hand, a balanced diet, primarily composed of whole foods such as fruits, vegetables, legumes, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats, can help promote metabolic health and control body weight. Regular physical exercise is also essential for weight control and prevention of obesity and prediabetes. Physical activity helps increase energy expenditure, improve insulin sensitivity, reduce body fat, and promote cardiovascular and metabolic health. However, modern lifestyle, characterized by sedentary behavior, excessive screen time, such as television, computer, and smartphones, and lack of regular physical activity, contributes to the rising rates of obesity and prediabetes in many populations. Promoting healthy lifestyle habits, including a balanced diet and regular physical exercise, is essential for preventing the development of these metabolic conditions and promoting long-term health. Inflammation and metabolic dysfunction. Obesity is associated with a chronic state of low-grade inflammation in the body, characterized by increased levels of pro-inflammatory cytokines such as TNF-alpha, tumor necrosis factor alpha, IL-6, interleukin-6, and CRP, C-reactive protein, and markers of oxidative stress. This systemic inflammation can interfere with the normal function of pancreatic beta cells. Additionally, excessive accumulation of visceral fat around abdominal organs is particularly related to increased insulin resistance and the risk of prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. Visceral fat is metabolically active and releases free fatty acids and pro-inflammatory adipokines, which can trigger inflammatory processes and interfere with glucose regulation and lipid metabolism. Other mechanisms involved in the interaction between obesity, inflammation, and metabolic dysfunction include activation of inflammatory signaling pathways such as the NF-kappa B, nuclear factor kappa B pathway, and the JNK, CJUN and terminal kinase F pathway, and increased production of reactive oxygen species, ROS, and reactive nitrogen species, RNS. These processes can lead to apoptosis of pancreatic beta cells, endothelial dysfunction, insulin resistance, and alterations in adipokine secretion, contributing to the development of prediabetes and type 2 diabetes in obese individuals. 5. Hormones and metabolic regulation. Obesity affects the levels and activity of various hormones involved in metabolism regulation, including insulin, leptin, adiponectin, and ghrelin. Insulin is the primary hormone responsible for regulating blood glucose levels by stimulating glucose uptake by muscle, liver, and adipose cells. However, insulin resistance, a common characteristic of obesity, occurs when the body's cells do not adequately respond to insulin, resulting in elevated blood glucose levels and compensatory hyperinsulinemia. Leptin, a hormone produced by adipose cells, plays a crucial role in appetite regulation and energy expenditure. Elevated levels of leptin are often observed in obese individuals, reflecting a condition known as leptin resistance, in which the brain does not adequately respond to leptin satiety signals, leading to increased food intake and weight gain. Adiponectin, on the other hand, is an anti-inflammatory adipokine secreted by adipose cells, which has anti-diabetic and cardioprotective properties. Reduced levels of adiponectin are associated with obesity, insulin resistance, chronic inflammation, and endothelial dysfunction, increasing the risk of developing prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular diseases. Ghrelin is another important hormone involved in appetite regulation and energy metabolism. Ghrelin is mainly secreted by the stomach and increases hunger and food intake. Elevated levels of ghrelin have been observed in obese individuals and may contribute to difficulty in maintaining long-term weight loss. In addition to these hormones, other metabolic mediators such as free fatty acids, ceramides, diacylglycerols, and amino acid metabolites play an important role in regulating energy homeostasis and glucose metabolism. Dysfunctions in lipid and amino acid metabolism have been implicated in the pathogenesis of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, especially in obese individuals. In summary, the complex interaction between genetic, environmental, behavioral, and metabolic factors contributes to the development of obesity and prediabetes in predisposed individuals. Understanding these interactions is crucial for the development of effective prevention and treatment strategies aimed at reducing the risk of prediabetes and type 2 diabetes in high-risk populations, promoting healthy lifestyles,